Baker Mayfield AP. Since leaving the big stage and bright lights of the Heisman Trophy ceremony last year, Baker Mayfield brought plenty of the attention with him, for better or for worse, back to campus this fall. The Oklahoma quarterback returned to New York on Friday, now as the favorite to capture college football's highest honor, with some lessons in adversity in his back pocket. "I could state the obvious thing that there are always eyes on me, things like that, but I think for me, no matter whatever people say about me, I have a strong support group," Mayfield said Friday at the Marriott Marquis. "I'm proud of who I am, but I'm also proud to be able to learn and grow from my mistakes." While leading Oklahoma to a third straight Big 12 championship and a spot in the college football playoff, Mayfield has drawn plenty of headlines for his play: the 41 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions, the 4,340 passing yards and 71% completion rate. But Mayfield also has garnered headlines for his trash-talking, his flag-planting and his crotch-grabbing along the way. "Who I am on the field is a lot different than who I am off the field," Mayfield said. "I've had to learn a lot of things. A lot of this has come with the territory and that's made me grow up pretty fast." A walk-in at Texas Tech before transferring to Oklahoma, Mayfield uses his journey as a chip on his shoulder. He finished third in the Heisman voting last year, behind Deshaun Watson and winner Lamar Jackson, who is a finalist again this year, as is Stanford's Bryce Love. But Mayfield is determined not to settle for the success he has achieved this year, even if it includes a Heisman Trophy on Saturday night, or a national title next month. He promised the accolades wouldn't make him lose the edge that got him here. Mayfield said he hasn't turned his sights to the NFL draft just yet. The Giants and likely the Jets will have a pick in the top half of April's draft, with Mayfield potentially being on the radar, but the quarterback said he would be happy to play anywhere. "Some people can handle the big stage," Mayfield said. "Fortunately enough, I've been able to handle it somewhat. For now," he plans on enjoying another December weekend in the city. "Growing up, you dream of coming to New York and holding the Heisman Trophy," Mayfield said. "It being a reality is completely different. There's been a lot of twists and turns, ups and downs, but for me, I wouldn't draw it up any different. It's made me who I am and I'm proud to be right here, right now. The best is yet to come for me." Heisman ballots. The Post's college writers take a look at the top choices on this year's Heisman ballot. Zach Braziller 1. Baker Mayfield, QB, Oklahoma. This race has been over for quite some time, Mayfield lapping the field with his consistent brilliance, throwing for 41 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, and completing 71% of his passes and leading Oklahoma to the college football playoff. 2. Bryce Love, RB, Stanford. The game-breaking junior ran for 1,973 yards and 17 touchdowns, and did so playing on one good ankle for the past 6 weeks, showing his grit is as impressive as his world-class speed. 3. Lamar Jackson, QB, Louisville. Jackson will be the 10th consecutive returning Heisman winner who fails to repeat, but considering the dearth of talent around the electric Twoa Dynamo, producing 42 touchdowns and leading his team to 8 wins and a spot in the Tax Slayer Bowl is impressive in its own right. Heisman Trophy finalists, from left, Lamar Jackson, Bryce Love and Baker Mayfield. AP4. Saquon Barkley, RB, Penn State. The early favorite faded fast, faltering after such a quick start, yet still rushed for 1,134 yards and accounted for 22 touchdowns in 4 different ways. 5. Rashad Penny, RB, San Diego State. He led the country in rushing yards 2,027 and scored 19 touchdowns on the ground, and while he does hail from the Mid-Mahor Mountain West, Penny tore up Pac-12 opponents Arizona State and Stanford for 391 yards and 2 touchdowns, proof he belongs on this list. Howie Kusoy 1. Baker Mayfield, QB, Oklahoma. The 3-time Heisman finalist will be a landslide winner after a near-flawless season, in which he carried the nation's most efficient and explosive offense to a third straight Big 12 title, and a college football playoff berth. 2. Lamar Jackson, QB, Louisville. The youngest Heisman winner in history actually posted better numbers than last season, but the Cardinals' 4 losses will prevent the dual threat from becoming the second-ever two-time Heisman winner. 3. Bryce Love, RB, Stanford. The nation's best home run hitter had 12 carries of 50 yards or more, and finished second in the nation in rushing. But a lingering ankle injury prevented him from putting up a serious challenge for the award. 4. Rashad Penny, RB, San Diego State. Penny led the nation in rushing yards and all-purpose yards, and ranked second in total touchdowns, rushing for an average of 228 yards in his final 4 games of the season. 5. Saquon Barkley, RB, Penn State. The early Heisman favorite tailed off as opponents focused more and more attention on him, but Barkley still ranked first among Power 5 teams in all-purpose yards, and second in touchdowns, returning 2 kicks for scores, and also throwing for 1.